Happy Tuesday or Wednesday, June 3rd to the 4th, 2025, everybody, and we got some weather to talk about here. That is right, guys, we got some weather to talk about here as we head into the next few days, because the geoatic storm that we just has gotten, which is a nova or southern auroras or LATs, and the nova and southern poles here, has made the storm look stronger. That is right, there is a huge connection between weather and space weather, and we got significant long-term geoatic storms over the past few days. If you want to learn more about this, then go to my second channel called the Highland Space Weather Club, where we talk about all of the space weather. But boy, oh boy, it's going to be turning into something out there here over the rest of this week into next week. So be ready for it. So, as of now, guys, we are now under this is June 4th, so this is tomorrow, Wednesday, and you guys can see here that we got a couple of very interesting things going on here. So, the first one is this low pressure system over this tropical moisture all the way to the south into Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. That is called the tropical moisture. Typically, they get worse for this time of year as the peak heat of the day makes by like those heavy rainfall downpours across Florida. But don't forget, some hail and some wind could be, especially about what we has just gotten, could be possible across Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. So that's something we need to watch for. But the most significant thing we need to watch for is this little wedge that is boiling up over there, and the little distorted that is inside that wedge with a trough boiling up to the more of the United States. This is called the cold front or the central front. This will not move as soft, but this will be moving slowly as it's spraying like trains and trains of thunderstorms from Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio into Michigan today. That will bring in some flooding rain, and you can see it will be like this over for Thursday, Friday, and then we get this low pressure system develop on Saturday over here as we got trough coming in here. And then we got another disturbance boarding in. So we usually get those disturbance for this time of year due to those pressure change from the Rocky Mountains and from the Pacific Ocean. But this is typically this time of year. It's summertime, and this is a 994 here. This is a 989 main low over there. And typically we got this trough in the west and wish in the east, which is bringing us cooler than summer air to the east. But I got some good news to tell you, and that good news is that the colder air could be going away next week. After this warmer high air for today and tomorrow across the eastern United States, the cold front will sweep it all off, and then it'll be cool for like a week, and then it may start finally warming back up again, bringing us an official beginning of summer. So I'm pretty excited about this. But now we're on like a trophy party. There's this little disturbance over there coming through this low pressure system, and don't forget, anywhere south of that could be tropical storm. So don't forget, this may develop every day during peak heating hours of the day, and this will continue for several days over there as this trough moves to the east. But however, something amazing happens as by the time we get to the 13, we got this trough starting to boil in from the west over here, and we got this huge warm front is trying to move in from the east, and this will start pushing the warm air northeast up into the eastern United States, the area that has been affected by smoke, wildfire, and cold air over the past few days. So that's gonna be some very good news over there. There's 14, 15, and you can see it's going to be significant warm at west of the Vale, and very cool at warm at east, and very cool out to the west And don't forget, we may get a first hurricane of the year right there. So, towards the end of this Marvel one, unfortunately take this with a great thought, but don't forget, we are also entering into the tropical season, so that's something that we have to start watching for as we start getting here. As June 1st is the first day in the hurricane season, so that's going to be something that we really need to watch for down the line. But as of now, we have to watch for smoke and some storms coming in. And speaking of temperature, here's to take a look at the temperature. And you can see it gonna be reaching back low to May 80s across the eastern United States. But look at the central; it's cooler out in the central, and you can see here it's gonna be much cooler out to the east, warmer to the west over the next few days over there. And then you can see something significant happens. The warm air starting to blow into the east, while the cool air is blowing in from the west. And this is what we know it as a negative PNA, which stands for persistent North American oscillation. So if it's like this, it forces the warm air upwards. The cool in the west, warm in the east, and this is what we're exactly seeing here. So that's some good news that we got some warm air coming in. A little bit of cold across the northeast, but other than that, very warm air. So that's going to be some pretty good news as we are welcoming the official start of summer season. So that is some very good news. Now here's the look at the Storm Prediction Center. So this is today, Wednesday, and Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and down to the four quarters state. You guys are under a major risk, which means anything is possible. So keep and it's still isolated about severe weather to occur, but keep your watch warning advisories. Wind and hail will be the key risk for tomorrow. For today. Tomorrow here we got this light west across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, which are where we are about scatter about severe weather to occur. But then look at that. We got a rare day 4 and a day 5 west across basically the same areas over there. Arkansas, Oklahoma, the Twin States, everything. So sorry, I just tired from all the normal lights. I didn't even sleep well last night, so my voice could be a little bit tired. Can't wait to get some sleep tonight after that storm, geoweather storm impact us. Thank God it did calm down today, so that means we can take a little break in terms of nevertheless, but not in severe weather, but yeah. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Whoop.